My name is Kristina Wright-Peterson, and I'm the founder of Red Drop Resources in Rochester, Minnesota. Our mission at Red Drop Resources is to meet the non-medical needs of patients battling blood cancers, and we do that by asking them what they need help with and not telling them what we can help with.
Can you tell me what Travis's house is?
Yeah, Travis's house is a home that is located within minutes of Mayo Clinic where patients and their families are able to stay free of charge while they're here for treatment. And this allows the family unit to stay together so that when they are here, they're focused purely on their health and their well-being and healing and not where they're going to stay or how they're going to stay together.
When did you acquire the property?
We were fortunate enough to acquire the property during 2020, actually in the heat of the pandemic. This is something that we had been working for many years, and the timing was right. And so when a property became available, we were able to take advantage of that.
How many families can the house hold?
The house can hold 2 families at a time. We have 1 unit on the main floor that is really ideal for families, maybe even with young children, that has a larger living space where they can all be in the same area. We also have a lower level unit that is smaller and is more ideal for patients and maybe their caregiver that are coming and going when they're here for appointments, checkups, or maybe just an occasional test.
How long do families usually stay?
So one of the things that makes treatment of blood cancer so complex is that it varies person by person. So we see an average length of stay of at least 6 to 8 weeks, but many are here 6 to 9 months, and almost all of them have to come back annually for years for rechecks, check-ins with their doctors, and testing.
Why was having a property like this important to Red Drop's mission?
When we talk about our mission of meeting the non-medical needs of patients battling blood cancers, lodging is one of the #1 needs that they have. For many of our patients and their families, physically getting here so that they can get that life-saving treatment is their biggest obstacle. So for us to have a home with open doors that says you are welcome here, there is no cost, we are taking a step in the right direction to ensure that they can even get here to begin that treatment. I have personal experience of traveling back and forth with a family member when they are battling a blood cancer. When my father was sick with leukemia, we were frequently driving over 4 hours one way just to get him to his treatments. And it is a burden that is almost impossible to explain if you haven't lived it yourself. But having a home where you can lay your head at night makes the experience survivable for the entire family.
How has Travis's house helped relieve the burden that blood cancer has on a family?
Lodging is a basic human need, and so by providing a home where a family can stay when they are receiving treatment ensures that that very basic but necessary need is met, so then they can put their time and energy and resources into all of the other aspects of their cancer care.
Would you consider Travis's house a turning point for Red Drop?
Absolutely. When we acquired the Travis's house, it was the first time as an organization that we were really able to have a footprint in this community. And so that gives our patients an opportunity to be here and be members of our community, but also for the community to see them. We are all better off as a community when our patients and their families are able to stay here versus having to come and go simply because they can't afford a place to put their heads at night.
How does a lack of housing options contribute to inequity within healthcare?
I think sometimes what we forget in Rochester, because we have the Mayo Clinic in our backyard, is that we really are fortunate that we don't have to overcome barriers like finding lodging, transportation, and taking time off of work when we need to access that care. So when families and individuals are needing to travel here because their doctors at home don't have the specialty, don't have the resources, or quite honestly are unsure what is making them sick, getting here can sometimes be the biggest hurdle. So when we start providing opportunities for housing and transportation and getting people here into our community, it's that very first step in making sure that all individuals and all families have access to this iconic healthcare.
What would an organization like Red Drop Resources and a place like Travis's house have meant to you and your family when you were going through your own journey with blood cancer?
When I think of myself as a 9-year-old that was going back and forth with my parents as my dad was getting treatment, I think an organization or a house, what it would have meant to me was recognizing that I wasn't alone, that our family wasn't the only one going through this, and that a community saw us and was there to support us. When you're going through something like this, or your family member is, it can be incredibly isolating. And that opportunity for someone to say, I see you, I hear you, and we're here for you, can quite honestly be life-changing.